Hello. So, my name is Megan. I am 30 years old. I have 3 kids. I have a daughter who's 4, another daughter who's 2, and a newborn boy. I decided to start this YouTube channel because I have severe postpartum anxiety and depression. It didn't just start. Now I've had anxiety and depression for a long time, but after having this last baby, it has pretty much spiraled out of control. It probably started when I got diagnosed with postpartum preeclampsia, with high blood pressure and everything. That kind of set off my health anxiety to a new extreme. I was in the emergency room a few times with high blood pressure, and I think that's just what kind of spiraled my anxiety out of control. So I also have really bad medicine anxiety, like health anxiety. So when I went to my OB, he prescribed me fluoxetine. Also, I'm on beta blockers for my postpartum preeclampsia and high blood pressure and stuff, so I've been taking that. But he also prescribed me fluoxetine for my anxiety and depression. So that was 3 months ago, and fast forward today, I finally took my first pill. So the story behind that is I went down a rabbit hole for 3 months reading horrible reviews about fluoxetine, how it didn't work for a lot of people. I joined a support group where pretty much everything is negative, because honestly, if you're having a good experience, are you gonna go to the internet and post your good experience, or are you gonna post your negative experience? A lot of people post negative experiences. So that kind of stopped me from starting fluoxetine. So it's 10 milligrams of fluoxetine. Take 1 tablet by mouth 1 time daily. So I finally built up the courage today to take my first pill. So the reason why I'm doing this is because with people that have medicine anxiety and health anxiety, that's what they do. They Google everything, WebMD everything, which is what I did for fluoxetine. And I was on YouTube, I was on all these different websites trying to find people's journeys on fluoxetine. And I didn't find anything, which was surprising. I don't know if it's because that's something that people don't really like to share with other people, or they're embarrassed, or I don't know. So I decided that I want to record and post my experience, my journey with starting fluoxetine, and kind of do check-ins and let you know my experience with it. And disclaimer, I am in no way, shape, or form a doctor or giving medical advice. I am just posting for people to see what my experience is like, so they have something to go off of when you're Googling fluoxetine 10 milligrams like I was. To give you kind of like a background, let's do a background. Like I said, I've had anxiety for a very long time. It started when I was younger. I used to have yawning spells. That's how my mom knew I was having anxiety, is I had a certain yawn. And I guess I would yawn just to try to get oxygen into my lungs, because You know, if you have anxiety, you feel like you can't breathe. You're like gasping for air, your throat's closing, your chest is tightening. You feel like you're having a heart attack. So that's where it pretty much started. Why it started, I don't know. I don't know what triggered it. I don't know what started my anxiety. I had a very good childhood, so it's kind of confusing to me why I have this. I'm not saying you have to have a bad childhood in order to have anxiety or mental health problems, but I just don't know where it stemmed from. I was in a very bad, abusive relationship for 6 years in my 20s. And I don't even think my anxiety was that bad then as it is now. And I have kids, a husband, a house, like family, and now at this point in my life, it's gotten really bad where I have to get medication. And another reason I wanted to do this is because I've been getting a lot of messages saying, why don't you try the holistic approach? Why don't you try microdosing? Why don't you try not taking medication? And I've tried not taking medication for 20-something years. I'm now 30 years old, and I realize how much I have missed out on already from not taking medication, from being scared of taking medication. I feel like life is way too short to keep worrying about taking the medication. I'm missing out on so much right now. I'm very short-tempered. I lash out because my anxiety is so bad. My physical symptoms are horrible. Like, I get clammy, my hands start to sweat, my feet tingle, my hands tingle, my chest tightens up, I can't breathe, I have the shakes. It's scary. But I've tried talking myself out of taking medication and trying to breathe and trying to learn breathing exercises, but my brain will not let me do that. My brain just does not focus on anything else but the anxiety. Even when I was in labor, I could never learn breathing exercises because as soon as I'm in labor, that all goes out the window and give me the epidural because my brain just doesn't let me focus on breathing techniques. Trust me, I've tried it. It doesn't work for me, which is after like weeks and weeks of telling myself this and how much I've been missing my kids' lives, and I don't know, there's so much more I could be doing besides having anxiety attacks every day. I could be playing with my kids outside, I could be reading them stories, I can be doing so much other stuff if I was like mentally okay. So that, I guess, is my hope with this medication, is to feel alive, not feel trapped in this body when I'm having anxiety. I'm pretty much trapped, and it's a really horrible feeling. It really is. And to anyone else who feels that way, like, literally my heart is with you and I feel for you, and there's help. Whether it be medication, therapy, speaking to someone, one of your friends, family members, there's someone there to help you, I promise. But yeah, so like I said, today I took my first pill. I kind of feel like I'm waiting for impending doom. Like, when are the side effects gonna happen? I know it takes a long time to feel the benefits of an SSRI, like 4 to 6 weeks apparently, but I did a lot of reading about side effects and those happen pretty quickly, so I feel like I'm just kind of waiting for it, and I hate that. I've been trying to distract myself today watching HGTV, playing with the kids, just anything really to get my mind off of waiting for side effects, because knowing me, I'm gonna give myself every side effect that I ever read. So my goal is to not do that to myself. So anyway, I hope that was kind of like a good introduction video to my mental health and my medication. I really don't know what I'm doing on here either. I have no idea how to edit videos. I have no idea how YouTube works. I'm just kind of winging it. This is very raw, real footage. So I hope you're not expecting anything elaborate here, because it's not going to be that. I'm just pretty much gonna update you day by day and see how that goes. So yeah, day 1, fluoxetine, 10 milligrams. I'll see you tomorrow.